and welcome to Just Us Thinking. I am your host, Michael.
And I'm your co-host, Rebecca.
And I'm your sound expert, Mikey.
And we got a new show.
We do have a new show. A little bit, not quite new, but it's a new show. It's going to be our Wine Talk number 2.
Wine Talk 2.0. I like it.
Okay.
So I'm going to gather there's going to be a lot more wine talks.
Probably, because we like to talk about, we like to drink wine and talk about it.
I'm good with that. So before we get into the topic, we got our I guess local news, what we do.
Okay. What's the random topic today?
Well, here in Nebraska, we had constitutional carry became legal.
It did, like September 1st, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So before we became a constitutional carry state, it was you had to get a permit.
Right.
So I guess I don't know. I think it's still worth getting the permit.
Okay.
But we are a constitutional case, so anybody can carry a gun as long as they're not a criminal, or as long as they're not a felon, or not committing a crime.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
I guess my problem with that is I am a firm believer that there should be gun safety. So this is where, and me and Chad talked about this a little bit too.
All right.
We were talking about, my mindset and his mindset were the same. If we were going to carry a gun, whether there was a permit allowed or not, we would like to familiarize ourselves with a gun, take safety courses. There's all kinds of stuff that we ourselves would do to be prepared to carry a gun.
Exactly. Those are pretty good things to be aware of.
Right. So my problem is not everybody thinks that way. So it's a lot like driving a car. You just don't get in a car and drive one day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you should go through before you do all that. So I guess there's a big division, on whether it's permit or non-permit, constitutional carry, or there's a big division within the gun community that say even us regular gun folks don't want just every Tom, Dick, and Harry carrying a gun.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't be carrying one.
Exactly. Yeah.
On the other hand, if you do know what you're doing and you know the risk, you know everything, and you are going to be safe and you're not going to be an idiot, then you should be able to carry.
Right.
So I guess the division is whether, it's okay to be constitutional carry without any of the training or anything, or should you get the permit? Kind of interesting discussion.
Yeah. I would have to agree. I think that you should probably know what you're doing and what you're handling before you just go out and buy one.
I agree. So
there should be, like you said, safety courses, safety training, and all that good stuff. So
right. So all right. Well, that's my news. It's Nebraska is one of the ones that kind of switched there. So
do you know how many states are constitutional carry?
I was not prepared for that question.
Sorry.
I want to say there's 15 or 16 now.
Oh.
I may be wrong. There's quite a few states are starting to go. I know Missouri is, Arkansas is. There's
yeah.
A lot of the southern states are. There's more and more states going there. I think we might be up to 13 or so. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So, but speaking about Nebraska, we're here to just talk about some Nebraska wineries.
We are. We have a couple good ones here for you today. The first one is Cellar 426.
Okay, so and we just did our research.
Oh, we did. That was
I love our research.
That was such fun. That was a really good, fun research trip.
So we went out. So it's out in Ashland, right?
Correct.
So we decided we were going to go out to Ashland. Mm-hmm. We grabbed a bite to eat.
Yeah, we did.
Where did we eat? Do you remember the name of the place? It's a little hole in the wall.
I wasn't prepared for that question either.
It's just a hole in the wall.
Yeah. It was just a hole in the wall bar and grill in Ashland.
Okay. So now there was a guy in there.
There was.
He was playing the, what are they called?
The pickles. Or
Yeah,
the
little pickles.
The pull tabs.
The little pull tabs.
Yeah.
And he had a basket full of them on his table, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
So he was noticeable.
Yeah, he was.
So then we ate. I think he was still sitting there when we left, wasn't he?
He may have been, but we stopped at that other store across the street.
Oh, that's right. So we stopped at that little
Coin shop
and stained glass window stuff.
Yeah.
So we stopped there, got a couple things. We like to support little local businesses like that.
Right.
A guy was eccentric. Is that a good word for him?
Eccentric?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely eccentric.
Definitely. He was definitely out there.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Very nice guy. Very nice guy. But you could tell he was a special one. He was,
yeah.
I love those kind of guys too. So then we decided to swing over to Cellar 426, right?
We did, yep. They're in, their address is 1402 Dennis Dean Road.
Dennis Dean Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an interesting one.
That is. So now when you drive on a paved road until you get to the entrance of the winery.
Correct.
And then, law states it has to turn to gravel.
Yeah.
It's a rule.
And then you have your paved parking lot.
Yeah. So, I don't know where that comes from, but it has to have gravel somewhere in that.
Yeah.
So, nice little winery.
It's a very nice winery, yes.
I learned they were doing construction, so they are actually improving.
Yep. They were, I think she said they were putting in some kind of dumbwaiter to bring the wine upstairs from the bottom.
Right.
floor.
So they don't have to carry it up.
Yeah.
So that would make it a lot easier. So
Yeah. It's a pretty good idea.
yeah, not too bad. So so there's a lot of improvements going there.
There are, yeah.
So nice place.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's a newer building.
Right.
Kind of, I don't want to say like fancy, but it is a little bit nicer than just your, what's the word I'm looking for? You're not going to find it just out in the middle of nowhere. It's going to be a nice place to go and have some drinks and food and.
It's definitely, I think you're looking for modern. It's definitely
Yes.
a modern winery.
Good job, babe.
You got that?
Yep.
So now before we go into their wine, we're going to talk about, because we were there on I don't remember what day we went there.
I think it was like the middle of the week.
Middle of the week, in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
There were ladies playing, bridge?
Yeah. Yeah, there were at least 3 or 4 tables of people and when we got there, so.
Yep. So, yeah, and I just remember the ladies playing bridge, and there was like another couple. It looked like they were like meeting, like they're once a month, or they're meeting of couples getting together.
Yeah, it was so cute.
It was kind of cool. We took a couple pictures there,
We did, yeah. We'll have
which was
to.
pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll post them in the comments.
Now we also talked to the. No, she's not a barkeeper. What do you call the person over there serving wine? Server? She's not really a server because that's the wine pourer girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the name of that?
I don't know.
How many wineries have we been to? We don't even know. We just normally ask what their name are and just call them by their name. So.
Yeah.
So the lady that works there,
Yeah.
the person giving us our wine.
Yeah, she was awesome.
She was. Now, she was telling us a story that this couple, I guess she's on like a phone basis with one of the people just because, what was it? Do you remember the story she told you?
She said she has a couple regulars. This happens to be one of them. And she had gotten to know her over, some time. She didn't say how long she'd been going there. And it had been a couple weeks since she noticed that she hadn't come in. So she had called the lady's granddaughter to make sure she was...
granddaughter's phone number, okay.
Yeah, she had called the granddaughter to see if she was okay. and it turned out like if she had surgery or something. So
Yeah, so, well, that's awesome, isn't it? They have their regulars that come in there, so it's and if something happens, they know it. So it's just kind of like a bartender.
bartender, yeah.
Yeah.
She was telling us how the guy from the bar was in there.
Oh yeah. So the guy at the bar, we were there. He showed up.
Yeah, and he had a special name for the winery.
Right. So his wife didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was the first one. I haven't quite heard that story before, so that was really cute too.
It was. It was. I mean, so it's when you go to a winery, it's not just it's not just always about the wine. It's the social aspect of it.
Right.
So I mean, I guess you're social drunk. So
Yeah.
you go there for the meeting and hanging out. I think we got like a little. Did we get like a cheese tray or a bread tray?
We did. We got some. I think we just got the bread with like a herb butter or something like that. They actually have like 6 different choices of like either bread and butter or bread and olive oil. And then they have like assorted meats, fruits, and cheese and stuff that you can order. So
Yeah, it's not just you're going in their wine. You get pair it pretty good with, some of their little platters that they have.
you can, yeah.
So
That's pretty cool.
I really do like this winery. It's not too far to get there, but it's also, you kind of feel like you're out of the city.
Well, definitely, yeah. So, and it's nice because, not only the wine, but they also have like ciders.
Now, I don't think they serve beer there.
I don't think so either.
They do have some sangria, so
Yep,
yeah.
that's your favorite.
That is one of my favorite. I do love me a sangria.
So what's your favorite wine that they have?
We definitely got their lighthouse.
The Lenoma Lighthouse.
Lenoma Lighthouse. I did like that. The sweet and sexy.
Okay.
That was both sweet and very sexy. I did like that one. The Rockies Red wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Well,
this
that
time.
was your favorite? Mm-hmm. I did like it. I would have to say I like the sweet and sexy more,
Okay.
but they're both up there, really up there on my list. So see, I can't even say that. Lenoma Lighthouse.
Lenoma Lighthouse.
Now that's because of that
Lenoma Beach.
that has a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know why they have a lighthouse. I don't know.
I don't either.
So it's cool little gimmick, but
Yeah.
yeah. So we drank quite a few.
Yeah.
Was a nice little winery. The view.
Oh,
I just can't get over the view.
the views are gorgeous out there.
So they have indoor seating. Mm-hmm. I love their indoor seating,
Okay.
but their deck
Their deck is awesome.
is almost a wraparound deck.
It is, yeah.
Huge. They have a huge deck. What are you laughing at?
I don't know.
But it's a nice it's being just outdoors and hearing the nature and the view. You look down on the whole vineyard there.
Yeah. Well, it's really nice because, like you said, you're looking out and you see basically like the trees. You can't tell that the highway is right on the other side of the trees.
Yeah, so it's really a nice area. So
Yes.
no, they have a huge stage area.
They do. They have a lot of outdoor venues or like concerts and stuff like that. So
Right.
I think a lot of the wineries are starting to go to those now.
That's I think that's a good idea. You have to entice people to go. Now there's also they do like a winery tour.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yep, you could go. You could do a winery tour there.
Oh, that would be
I think
cool.
a couple of them could do a wine. You could do a winery tour.
Okay.
You pay some money. You walk the vineyard. You basically scope out. You kind of see how the whole operation works.
Yeah, I think I went to somewhere. I did one of those somewhere else. It wasn't like formal. It was just kind of like, hey, you want to come do this real quick? And we were like, yeah.
Yep. So and a lot of wineries do that. There's a lot of them that do that. But it was really nice. I think I really liked the way I like their setup. I like I like that they get to know you there. It's not like you're just another cog in the wheel.
Yeah. I mean, our waitress or server or whatever you want to call
Barkeep, whatever.
barkeep, she was just awesome. You know, it was, I mean, I don't think we've ever had anybody, you know, be rude to us.
No.
But, you know, because you have to have a personality to do that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be able to talk and, like, you know, get to know your people. So,
Right.
And I think she did a great job on that. So
I'll say this winery did something else. So
What's
we
that?
had dessert there.
we did, yeah. Or I did.
You ordered the cheesecake.
I did.
I do not eat cheesecake.
You do not.
I normally do not like cheesecake.
I made you try it, though.
I tried it and I ate quite a bit of it too.
Yeah. And you didn't hate it either.
I did not hate it. So I don't know if it was just their cheesecake or if it was, I don't know. I tried it. It was actually really good. So I was like, well, I'm scared to eat other cheesecake anywhere else because if it's not as good, it's going to tarnish me right back to not having cheesecake again.
Yeah. I think most places you can't really get a bad cheesecake unless it's like old, but yeah, I
You're
don't
talking to a guy that doesn't eat cheesecake. Why? How would I know this? This is not information I know.
if you would have tried it earlier, you could have been like comparing all this time. But
I've
no,
had cheesecake a while ago, and I just didn't like it. I don't
you
know
had
what
it like
it was.
over 7 years ago, and you would never try it.
Well, that's because I didn't like it 7 years ago. Why would I try it? Yeah, I didn't like it, so why would I try it again?
Yeah,
So, and I don't know if I just had a bad piece of cheesecake or what. I don't know.
you might have. Yeah.
And maybe it was one bad piece, and cook was drunk. Who knows? I don't know. But no, it was. I mean, yeah, I guess you could have lunch there too if you want to just eat the little meat tray.
You could, and I think the people actually that were sitting there might have brought in some of their own food, but I'm not 100% sure.
All right, so no,
They probably don't like you to do that, but some people,
yeah. I mean, if you're a regular
Yeah.
and you're there all the time, I mean, I guess that's not too bad. So
yeah.
everybody's very polite. We talked to quite a few of the guests. Someone took the picture for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody was really friendly. Middle of the day, everybody was just kind of, chilling.
And it was
Wines-
kind of nice to be there, like, during the week and not on a weekend.
Yeah, wineries and people who drink wine. I think this is why other drunks, get mad at wine people.
Why is that?
Well, so if you decide you want to drink tequila or whatever your poison is there for alcohol,
Okay.
well, you could kind of get away with it because you'll have to say, well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Right.
That's not the case for wines. You could, I mean, oh yeah, it's noon. We'll have a wine. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. We'll have a mimosa or a sangria.
Yeah.
So this is why other alcoholics hate wine people,
Okay.
because we can drink whatever and it's socially acceptable.
Yeah.
If you see a couple and you see a couple wine glasses and they're carrying a picnic basket and a bottle of wine, you're thinking, oh, how romantic. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
If it's two people carrying a couple, shots of tequila or, a bottle of Jack going into the park, you think, oh, look at these drunks. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
It's the same scenario,
Yep.
but it's acceptable for wine, not acceptable for Jack Daniels.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So, isn't that crazy? The stigmata there of it.
I've never thought about it that way.
Well, now you do.
Yeah.
So,
Learn something or think about something new every day, I guess.
yeah, welcome to what goes on in my head.
Yeah.
So, that's our first winery, which is still one of my favorites. So give us their address one more time.
Okay, so they are located at 1402 Dennis Dean Road in Ashland, Nebraska.
Now their website. Do you have their website up?
I don't have their website, but I do have their email address, which is just wine@cellar426.com.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. And you can also find them on Facebook as well.
Okay, and to call them, it's 402-944-8109.
Correct.
So definitely give them a call. Definitely go see them. Like them on Facebook.
Go give them a try.
Yeah. Definitely worth it. So that was number one.
All right.
And then we decided to take a little voyage, didn't we?
We did. We headed down to capital city of Lincoln.
Capital city of Nebraska.
Well, yeah. Capital city. No, I can't even say it.
Capital silly? Yeah, they are silly down there.
They
that's
are.
for sure.
But no, we went to the capital city, Lincoln. And we hit up Deer Springs Winery down there.
So we decided, now generally we go to the wineries with unfortunately your dad generally, we see the winery, say, look, there's a winery there, and he's with us and we drag him to it.
Yeah.
He's not a drinker. He doesn't drink.
No.
He likes to go in there and he looks around and everything, but he doesn't drink, and he humors us by just being there.
Yeah.
And every once in a while Mikey gets stuck in that pack too.
Yep.
So this time we went down and we grabbed Abby.
We did. Yep.
So we grabbed Abby and we said, we're going to a winery.
Yep. And we dragged her with us.
We did. She didn't seem like she was too upset over there.
No, she went willingly, so that's good.
There's no kidnapping involved.
Nope.
So we picked her up.
We did.
We drove. She lives on the south side of Lincoln?
Yes.
And then this winery was on the north side.
Correct.
So we took all these regular paved roads until we got to the
dirt road.
Dirt road. And that's how you know you're on the right path.
Exactly. Yep.
So
I never knew that was so close to Lincoln.
yeah, not crazy.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
So dirt road over a couple hills through the mountains. Past Grandma's house.
Yeah, to the winery we go.
Yep, and it was Deer Springs Winery.
Correct, yep.
They've been up and running, so now it's been 16 years.
It has been, yeah. It was like 15 and a half when we went there.
No, it's 15 and 11 months.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it was like right before they turned 16.
It was like 1 month short.
Yeah, it was like 1 month short. So that one was smaller inside, I want to say, don't you think?
It was a lot smaller out inside.
It was partitioned a little bit. It almost gave me a little more of a country vibe. Didn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it did for me.
Yeah, it was a lot smaller, more intimate, I guess.
Yeah, I would agree.
So yeah,
because I want to say that they had like a back area and then a front area and then like a little shopping area. So it was kind of segmented differently.
Yeah, the layout was a little strange.
A little different,
Yeah.
Not something that I've normally have seen. Don't say I hate it. I mean, I
there's
really
nothing
did.
wrong with it.
I kind of liked it. It kind of, and they had the barrel tables.
Oh yeah, those
I
are
love
cool.
when they do that.
Oh yeah.
You have me at that point. Now they had a little fire pit outside.
Yeah, they had some picnic tables. They had a couple fire pits out there.
Yep.
And then they had
chairs all around.
Yeah.
And then we sat at a table for a while. Then we moved up into the, I guess, where their stage is.
Right.
They had some tables when there's no one performing, of course.
Yeah.
It's a little gazebo you can sit in.
Yep.
So very nice. We just sat out there, and you, Abby, and I just kind of BS'd and drank wine.
Mm-hmm. We had a pretty good time out there. So.
Love their outdoor thing. Now they have a hay rack ride.
Yeah.
Into a bonfire that they do s'mores and all that for. Very kid friendly too.
Oh yeah. So
I love when a winery includes the kids into the festivities.
yeah.
Because you can go there, you could have mom and dad could have a drink, kids can play, they could, have s'mores and have a good old time.
Yeah, that was one of the first places I seen that has like a hay rack ride.
Yeah. I really like that.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be a good attraction, and it was not very expensive.
Yeah, I don't think it was either.
Is it on their list on it?
It's not, but it's on their website.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Really, really nice. So I love when they do that. So now when we go to a winery, we normally do either a tasting or a flight, and that's we kind of vary. Most time we do a tasting,
Most time we do a tasting, yeah.
and I pick some, you pick some, and we kind of mix and match and kind of go that route.
Right.
This one we did a flight. It was like 2 ounces each. Is that what
That
we did?
sounds about right, yeah.
You have the paper.
Yeah, you get 4 2-ounce samples.
So that's what we did. Mm-hmm. We did this differently, and Abby was with us, so we were not operating under normal winery scenario here.
Yeah.
So we're off a little bit on
Yeah.
this.
Well,
We ordered the same thing.
yeah. No, I got one different from you though.
What did you get?
I got the wild Colleen, the rose.
Oh, that's right.
Rosé.
You got the wild Colleen. What did I get?
I think you got the Fontiac, I think it's called.
The what?
I can't remember what it was called. It's the Frontenac. I'm not sure how that. I can never pronounce those names.
Okay. So we had one different.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And we kind of differed on our favorite one this time.
did we?
Yeah, because I think
Oh, we
you'd
did.
like the
Yeah. What did
you
you?
like the Firefly, and I think I like the Stargazer, or the other way around, one of the two.
I think I like the Firefly. I think I like the Firefly.
Yeah.
I was not. The Stargazer wasn't horrible. I actually liked the Stargazer as well, but my favorite was the Firefly. If I had to put them in order, Firefly, Stargazer, probably the whatever that one that you can't pronounce is cognac, or-
Yeah.
and then Picnic Pink.
Yep.
So I want to say some of them were a little more tart. I'm just not a tart person.
Yeah.
Some people love that.
Yeah, I tried like the Big Buck Red, which is like a red wine, and I don't normally like red wines, but it sounded kind of interesting because it had like blackberry and like tobacco. So it had like a good taste at first, but then I didn't like the aftertaste.
So and that's where I think that's why we like the sweet wine. We like that sweet finish.
Yeah,
Some people like the tart.
I don't either that much.
Yeah, we're kind of the same way. That's why it really works when we buy a wine.
Yeah.
Because even if we're like, that wasn't my favorite, but we'd still drink it.
Right.
So we're kind of lucky there. Now we could have been like, I don't like sweet wine, and I like all tart, and you don't. So
Or
you
you
know,
white and me red, or
right,
vice
so
versa.
Luckily, we don't fit in that category. So luckily for us. So no, that one was a pretty good winery as well. Very nice people.
Very nice. She was awesome as well. So we talked a little bit with her about like the winery and their operations, and then she was telling us about their events and stuff. So
Yep,
Yeah.
and they have a lot of events. So that's they have. I think they have. I'm on their Facebook page, so I follow them. So
Oh, okay.
I'm constantly seeing their their bands and their stuff that they're doing, which is really cool to see.
oh yeah, definitely.
I'm also a big supporter of like supporting
Local businesses.
local businesses,
Yep.
and wineries are just about as local as you can get.
Yes, they are.
So they're basically alcoholic farmers. Well, I mean that's what it is. I mean,
That's true.
so yeah. Now,
I like that though.
I do like the tip that someone gave me a long time ago. Someone told me a long time ago, if you put ice, if you like your wine chilled, you don't want to ever put ice in your wine because it dilutes it, right?
Right.
So someone told me a long time ago what you do is you go buy grapes. You freeze the grapes.
Oh, okay.
Then you use those as ice cubes in there. It won't dilute the wine, and it's wine is grapes. So you'll get that that taste in there. And as soon as you're done with the wine, you could pop a couple grapes and eat the grapes, and they'll soak up some of that wine.
Ooh.
See?
We're going to have to try that now. That sounds
Now,
really good.
I didn't see any slushies at either one of these two. The wine slushies.
Yeah, I don't think they had any either.
So we may have to say something to them and say, hey.
I think they had maybe Cellar 426 may have had like a package of them,
Okay.
but they didn't have any like made and ready for tasting.
Right. Well,
So-
and we were there in the middle of the day, so
Yeah.
I mean, they might have a batch made up for.
They probably save those for the weekends when it's busier.
Right. Not to us day drinkers in the middle of the week
Yeah.
doing nothing. The slackers, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the best kind of slacker to be though.
I agree. So,
Yeah, I was little like life goals right there when I saw those ladies sitting there playing cards at the table.
right.
I was like, I want to be that.
Yeah, no joke. So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, I know you wanted to go over one more winery, right?
Yeah, we
Now,
did.
we're going to leave Nebraska.
We're going to go over the river, across
Through
the
the
river,
woods.
to actually Ditmar's Winery.
So, Ditmars is where we did the balloon festival, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So we went out there with Chad and
I think it was just
it was Chad and his date. We won't mention her name.
okay.
Do you
Oh
remember
yeah,
that?
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, now you
Okay.
remember.
Yeah.
So we went out there,
Mm-hmm.
and then he drove. So Chad drove.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was awesome, wasn't it?
That was
They had a little
awesome.
fair going on there, right?
Yep. They had one of their big events they do every year is the balloon festival.
Yep.
So they have the hot air balloons coming in, and they have like a few vendors and stuff like that. So
Which we bought a couple of the wind chimes.
yeah, we did.
So I think we got one that's like a balloon wind chime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, I think we got two of them, so they're a little bit different.
Yeah.
So.
Two balloon, but they're a little different, yeah. And then so we were there and the balloons kind of just floated in, landed right there.
Yep.
They tore them down and it was kind of cool.
Yeah, and they did like a glow thing when it got darker. Like each one of them would, I guess, ignite, and they did the where you can light them up and everything. So it was really cool.
I liked it. I liked that little event. So now they also have like a little like apple orchard there too, don't they?
They do, and I think they might have pumpkins too in October.
Right. Yeah,
So.
I think they do. I
Yeah.
think that's true. So now they also have some fruit wines. I love fruit wines. That if I had a choice, it's fruit wines, white wines on the sweet side, and then sweet reds.
Yep,
That's kind of my go-to.
yeah.
Now a couple of them. Now they have a cranny Appleton.
Ooh.
So it's cranberry and apple.
Okay.
So they're pretty good. They also have a peach one, which are pretty cool. My favorite, I think, there was the sweet no-no.
Yep, I remember that one
Do you
now.
remember the sweet no-no?
Yeah.
I do like the sweet no-no. So they have kind of some really cool wines there too.
I love how they all each kind of play on their own words with their wines and try
Right.
to come up with unique names for them. So
Right. Now those were reds. Now the whites, the Country Squire was really good, but the quality time. Do you remember the quality time? We still have a bottle of quality time.
Oh, okay.
So those are one of my favorites. So awesome wines, awesome wines. What, you don't remember them?
No, just, yeah.
What?
Nothing.
What are you laughing at?
You guys?
Am I missing something here?
No.
Okay. So no, I do like that, do like that they have and there was kids there too. Last time we were at that Bluden Festival, there was kids, there was people running all around.
Oh yeah, they had a ton of stuff. So they even had their own little petting zoo area. They had some goats.
That's right, because they had the little outhouses over there,
Yeah.
so you could go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So it was a big party.
That was a big party.
Because
Yeah.
we parked on the back 9, and then we got that little tractor that drove us up there.
Yeah.
So you got a little hay bale ride on the way up there, right?
Yep.
So no, those are all really cool, to go do and just basically go out there with the family.
Yeah. And they had, I think they had band playing that night too. So they had,
They did.
There's so much to do out there. So definitely
There
worth
is.
checking out too sometime. So
Yep. So all of the wineries do this kind of the same thing. It's really, really kind of cool. You just got to pick, and here's the thing. You could just pick one and go to a different one. I mean, how many wineries around here? Within driving distance for us, if we decide to do a winery a weekend, we might run out of wineries to go to. There's
Oh.
52 weekends in 52 weeks a
okay.
year, so that's 52 wineries.
yeah, that's probably doable. That should be our goal for next year.
The wine tour,
Yeah,
that might be a good idea.
that would be a good idea.
Mikey is going to be driving hopefully by then, right?
Yep, we have our DD.
We have our designated driver. Mikey, would you drive us to all the wineries so we can get drunk?
I would.
Good.
Just to go to see the sceneries.
They're beautiful. They are beautiful. So
They are.
all right. Well, I think that is our wines,
It
right?
is. Yep, that was Wine Talk 2.0.
So my problem now is I'm looking for 3.0 and 4.0 and 5.0.
5.0. Yep.
So it'll go down the line, right?
Yep. More to do.
More research.
More wine to drink.
Yep. So now I think we're going to eventually maybe get into, we have to, my buddies like to drink beer.
Yeah,
So we may have to maybe end up doing, a beer talk eventually down the road.
Yeah, that would be kind of
So,
cool.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool because there's a lot of breweries and stuff like that. So I mean, more to come.
Definitely more to come.
This is why I like doing this podcast. We talk about guns, alcohol, America.
America.
You don't do it right.
I can't do it right.
You
yeah.
can't do it right.
I know.
If you're gonna do it, America.
Yeah, I can't do it right.
You can't do that.
No. No, I don't have that deep voice. Sorry.
Mikey, you got that?
I don't think it can.
No, I don't think you can either.
Not yet.
So, no, and then we're going to a comedy club this week, right?
We are, yeah. We're going to
So-
go see, I think his name's Josh Wolf.
Josh Wolf, okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's in Omaha, so by the time this airs, we'll already be there
Yeah.
and gone. So, we'll enjoy the rest of our week. I hope everybody enjoys their week.
All right. Bye, everybody.